fun speech planned, and then I thought, no. I want to give something really excellent to you folks today. This is literally, and people use that term literally all the time. It's like using the term authentic, right? I am full of authenticity, or look how humble I am. All these statements sometimes make people cringe, but this one, I really do believe will change your life. This is the secret to a better life. I coined this title really just because it really is the secret. It's not something that is tough to understand, but it is certainly something that will be tough for you to put into action on a day-to-day basis. So I challenge you to start small. And I'll break all of this down piece by piece to you. But first I'm going to start with a quiz. Because you guys are all engineers and technical folks and probably know some of these facts, because these are both numbers. So the first question is, by the age of 18, how many times do you think you heard the word no? Probably some different numbers are coming to mind. No one's going to blurt one out. Thousands. Okay, I hear thousands?
Millions.
Millions, okay, millions. All right, somewhere in between, the number, according to research, is 148,000 plus or minus. So as we're growing up, we hear the statement no quite a bit, which folds into the next question. What percentage of our thoughts, therefore, are negative? Another statistic, 77%. So it's no surprise that these thoughts are keeping us from having a really great life. And I'll explain how that mechanism works here in a minute. So here's the overview. So the brain as a computer, many of us often think about, oh, our brain is a computer. It does lots of calculations. But I'm going to take that analogy one step further. Then you see this acronym that looks really ugly, PBTFAR. I'll explain what that means. And then the 5 levels of self-talk. And then finally, give you a conclusion and maybe some kind of action plan that you can walk away with. So first of all, the brain as a computer. You can think of the monitor as our outward appearance, right? What the world sees, what the world experiences about us, the words that come out of our mouth, what we do. The keyboard can be thought of as a sensory input device. And that's all 5 senses. And finally, the hard drive /SSD /tape, for those of us who had Commodore VIC-20s, that is the program. That is the program that we run, and that's where the subconscious lies. And so once you start to view it in that way, you start to understand that our subconscious, it never really shuts down. It's always running. It's always running. And for us to reprogram it, it needs a lot of repetition. And so keep that in mind as I talk in the future slides about the way to approach this. It all starts with the programming. And so this was that really ugly acronym: programming, beliefs, thoughts, feelings, actions, and results. And so if you go from left to right, this is really the flow of our experience and our reality, right? So a lot of times people think about, well, if I want different results in my life, I need to take different actions. I'm just going to start doing things a little bit differently. As you can see, that leaves the rest of the line untouched. And as a result, you can still have those horrible thoughts, those horrible feelings, and then try with willpower to create new actions. But if instead you continue to move down this chain and you start to work on your beliefs and the programming and the program itself, you will affect that whole chain. And that's really what I'm talking about here. Okay, 5 levels of self-talk. I'm going to break down really just the first 2, because those are really where most of us operate. The first one is negative self-acceptance. Those are statements like, I can't. Now, these are really, really negative statements that many of us walk around with. And then the next level is the recognition and need to change. So I need to. Statements that start with I need to. Okay. And then the next level is that you've now made a decision to change. I no longer. So you can imagine if somebody's trying to quit smoking, if they're lighting up that cigarette, I no longer smoke. And believe it or not, there's a woman in this book that I'm going to talk about that made that work for her. Every time she lit up a cigarette, I never smoked. And so forth and so on. And you can see how you can get more and more powerful in your affirmation and saying things like I am statements, right? Like I am powerful. So every day you were reminding yourself of how powerful you are. How long would it take before your program starts to change? Okay, knowing this, you are everything that is. Your thoughts, your life. Your dreams come true. You are everything you choose to be. You are unlimited as the endless universe. This is a quote from the author of the book that I'm pulling all this from, Shad Helmstetter. And then finally, the next steps. What is it you can do? So first of all, maybe read the book or go to YouTube and watch some summary of it. Doesn't matter. Create affirmations that fit your goals, right? What it is that you want to create in your life. Record them. Print them. Whatever. Look at them every day. Put them as Post-it notes in your bathroom. I know it sounds crazy, but it will rewire this thing up here that's been told no 148,000 times and is stopping you from having the life of your dreams. And then finally, you'll see the fruits. You'll see the change. I know, because I'm starting to slowly get a little bit further down the line and starting to squash some of these. I used to have statements. I can't even tell you how, I'll put one out there. I used to say to myself, I hate myself. I hate my life. I never say those, except for demonstration purposes today. And I do that, I offer that for you. So anyway, well, may your life be filled with prosperous beliefs. And so thank you so much.